Hi everyone, this is a grammar preview of your Burlington English lesson today, which is a grammar lesson, yay, on connectors of contrast. So connectors of contrast is a very fancy way of saying words you can use to talk about opposites or differences. So a connector joins ideas or phrases or clauses together, and contrast means difference. So contrast is describing differences. For example, I have two sentences here. Most of the apples are green. One is red. So these are complete sentences. These are clauses. A clause is a subject and a verb and a complete idea. So here I have two sentences and they are both clauses. So my subject is most of the apples. My verb is are. Are what? Are green. Green completes the sentence. So most of the apples, subject, are, verb, are what? Are green. Green completes my sentence. So sentence number 2 is also one clause, one subject, one verb, and a complete idea. One is my subject, it's a pronoun. Is my verb, and red is the idea that completes the sentence. So I have two sentences. Each sentence is a clause. A clause is a subject, a verb, and a complete idea. So most of the apples are green. One is red. So I can tell that these are describing a difference, right? But maybe I want to make it more obvious to my reader that I'm describing a difference. So I might use a connecting word to show the reader, oh, pay attention. Look, there's a difference here. So we're all familiar with the word but. But here is connecting two clauses together. It's like glue. It's sticking them together. Okay? And it's sticking them together and also at the same time telling you, difference. Pay attention, difference. Most of the apples are green, comma, but one is red. Most of the apples are green, but one is red. So but is a connector. I've put the two sentences, the two clauses together to make one new sentence. So comma but goes in the middle between the two like glue. And it joins them together into a new sentence. And it also says, pay attention, there's a difference here. So but we are familiar with. Another word we see a lot in our reading is however. Okay? However usually starts a new sentence. So here I still have two sentences. Okay? Notice two sentences. But I've joined the sentences together in meaning. Okay? So however connects the two sentences. It says this sentence and this sentence belong together. Why do they belong together? Because one is describing something that is different from the other. However also means pay attention, there's a difference. So most of the apples are green. However, comma, one is red. Okay, so however and comma usually start the second sentence. All right, so our words in your Burlington lesson today are even though and although. So we've seen these in our reading before, we talked about them, but we're going to focus on these. So even though can start a sentence, and it usually just sits like that at the beginning of the sentence. Even though most of the apples are green, one is red. Even though most of the apples are green, notice the comma, one is red. Okay, so even though joins the sentences together, but it goes at the beginning and we have a comma in the middle. See the comma after green? Okay, that comma tells us one sentence, one clause finished, and the new clause is starting. So even though most of the apples are green, 1 is red. Can you hear? There's a pause where that comma is. There's a little stop. All right. The other word we can use is very similar, although. Same meaning, exactly the same. Just a choice. Even though, although. You choose. Although most of the apples are green, 1 is red. So again, that comma separates the two clauses, although joins the ideas together and tells us, pay attention, something is different. Okay, so that's how you join clauses. We can join clauses with even though, although, however, and but. And you notice there's a little bit of difference with the punctuation and the grammar in each one. Okay, so you can go back and look at the video as many times as you like. Now, despite and in spite of are the next two. Now these are different because with despite and in spite of, we use nouns. So one clause and one noun. So here I have the noun bruise. Despite the bruise, what is a bruise? A bruise is damage. Okay, to a fruit or to your body where you might get a little brown patch. Maybe it's soft. Okay, something has banged the apple. Okay, so I have here a noun, the bruise. It's a thing. So despite, I use in front of a noun. And then I have my clause. Okay, despite the bruise. Despite plus noun. Then I have a comma to show there's a clause coming. Laura is my subject. What did she do? She ate. That's the verb. Ate what? The apple. The apple is the object that completes the whole idea. So Laura ate the apple is a clause. Subject, Laura, ate, verb, ate what? The apple. So Laura ate the apple is a clause. Okay, but in front of behind despite, after despite, I have a noun, the bruise. So see how that's different? I'm not joining two clauses. I'm joining one clause and one noun. So let's take a look at these. Despite the bruise, Laura ate the apple. And you can see the comma after bruise and you can hear it. Can you hear? There's a little pause. Despite the bruise, Laura ate the apple. So here my two different ideas are, oh, the apple is bruised, but Laura still ate it. Ooh. Okay, here's an even worse one. Despite the worm is a noun, comma, the kid ate the apple. Despite the worm, the kid ate the apple. And again, you can hear the pause with the comma that separates the noun from the clause. Okay, another example. Let's see where we go. Okay, so let's take a look at one last example. So this is a good one for Saturday morning. Okay, I have two clauses here. I drank my coffee. I am still tired. Okay, subject I, verb drank. Drank what? My coffee. I have subject, verb, complete idea. Okay, so I know that's a clause, and in this case it's a sentence. Then I have another clause, which is a sentence. I is my subject, am is my verb, and what? Still tired. Complete idea. So I have two clauses. So two opposite ideas, right? Coffee's supposed to wake me up, but I'm tired. What? Okay, this is contrast, two different ideas. So how can I join these sentences together? If you want to, you can stop the video, take out a paper and pencil, and write down all the ways you could join these together with your connectors. Okay, here we go. So if we are joining two clauses, you know we can use however. I drank my coffee, period. However, comma, I am still tired. Or I drank my coffee, comma, but I am still tired. So remember, but goes with a comma in front of it when it's joining two clauses. And however usually starts a new sentence and it has a comma after it. Now I can use my new words as well at the beginning. Although I drank my coffee, comma, I am still tired. Even though I drank my coffee, I am still tired. All of these sentences have the exact same meaning, okay? It's totally up to you which ones you use. The important thing is when you see although and even though in a reading, you understand, boo, 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 alarm, two different ideas here. That's the important thing. All right, and how would it be as a noun? Well, I could say, if I'm using connectors with nouns, and remember nouns are things or places or people or ideas, here coffee is my noun. So I could say, in spite of, what? My coffee, comma, I am still tired. Or despite my coffee, I am still tired. So instead of talking about drinking coffee, I just say coffee. Okay, now I can flip those sentences around too. I could put the clause first and the noun second. And notice my commas disappear when I do that. I don't have commas. I am still tired in spite of my coffee. I am still tired despite my coffee. And that's it, you guys. That is connectors with nouns and connectors with clauses. Enjoy the Burlington English lesson and let me know if you have any questions. I will see you guys soon.